ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Hello and welcome to Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC.
A weekly podcast and YouTube channel where we discuss all things Wrexham AFC from the point of view of long-term fans and new fans.
So sit back, put your feet up, relax and let's get stuck in. Hello and welcome to the Christmas special
2023
of Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC. We wanted to say thank you to everybody who listens and has listened to us all year. It's amazing that you support us and it's absolutely fantastic. And we wanted to do something special for you guys that listen to us week in, week out. We've tried our very best and I think we have accomplished something special.
Yeah.
We've got loads of amazing guests for you on this week. And we're not going to mess about.
No.
We're going to go straight in with our first two guests. So we've got 12 guests in total. The 12 guests of Christmas. Yeah, I know. So we've got our first two guests on, and we're really excited about that, our first two guests. So we've got Michael and Mark from the Declan Swans. How are you doing, guys?
Okay, all very good, thank you, yeah.
Now, I am one of the people who purchased the Always Sunny in Wrexham vinyl. Now, this is one of my prized possessions. It is, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's actually still in the plastic. I am too scared.
Unopened, yeah.
It'll be worth something in a few years.
Yeah, that is my plan. That it'll be worth something. Now, it is still sealed. I keep that very safe. I was worried about putting it behind my back and revealing it, if I'm completely honest. I'll put that down there. Say, when you first recorded this song, did you have any idea just how big it was going to go and how much it was going to blow up?
None whatsoever. No. Like we always say to people, we have actually done many songs about previous owners. I know the language is a little bit more colourful in them songs, but we didn't really get very far with them. So no, we never thought it'd be anything like this.
No. When we recorded it, Michael said, "Oh, imagine if Rob and Ryan got to hear this song. You know, this is like a dream of a. You know, it was just like an off-the-cuff comment." And look what's happened, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
a good song, though. Isn't
it is a good song. I mean, I was in, and Shan's gonna roll her eyes at me, but I was in bands for years, and every now and again, I was a songwriter as well, and every now and again, you write a song and you just go,
This is a hit.
This is good. This is good. Did you have that feeling that when you wrote it, that it was as soon as you had it, that it was good and it was, you know, it was something that people were going to enjoy?
The first thing we had, I'm sure Mark feels the same as me on this, is that afternoon we recorded it pretty quick on a Sunday, and that afternoon we went for a few beers to the turf. The lad we recorded, Nino, he always does a video every song we record. And he put the video on Twitter and Facebook, and it just went berserk. We were thinking, God, what's
by
going
the
on?
end of the day, there was something like 5,000 views by the end of, like, you know, talking like 3 or 4 hours, you know. And so we thought, well, this is going to be like something different. This is.
Yeah, and it was just kept getting shared, and and that's the first time I thought, God.
And then when we actually released it on the stream and Spotify and stuff, it just went like that. Everybody was sort of streaming it and whatever. It was just like, we've never had that before, you know. It was unbelievable.
It's not just people in like the UK that are listening to it. It's like global. It's like it's just gone absolutely mental. And we obviously we came to the Kings of Leon concert, and obviously you were one of the bands that were supporting them. And I did the Kings of Leon. I know their songs, but weirdly, I knew the words more so to your songs than I did to like the Kings of Leon.
A lot of people have said that to be honest.
If you go back a couple of years, you know, sort of pre-Ryan and Rob, you know, you've obviously as a band, you've been together for a while. And if someone would have told you a couple of years ago, yeah, you'll be supporting Kings of Leon at the racecourse, what would your reaction have been to that?
Oh, they were mad.
I'd have probably said, what, a Kings of Leon cover band?
Yeah.
It just wouldn't have.
No, it's just-
no chance.
Well, Kelly Jones as well.
Yeah, I know. Kelly
The
Jones.
Kelly Jones as well.
Yeah, we met them. They were lovely people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. To talk a little bit about the club, you know, we're on a crazy journey. You know, like I said, you know, it's just, it feels like a roller coaster at the moment. What do you think this season? You know, we're doing really nicely in League Two. You know, if I had to put it on you for where are we going to finish at the end of the season, what's your sort of guess for that?
I think personally now, I think we'll win it. I really do. I think, you know, the result, Stockport were unbeatable a few weeks ago. You know, they're on a bit of a wobble. Notts County are certainly on a wobble. And we're just going to get better, I think. You know, I just think maybe 3 or 4 games in, I'd have probably said playoffs. But I really think we'll win it now. I think we'll strengthen.
I think we'll definitely go up to top 3. So, you know, a lot more chances than we've had in the National League. Put it that way. So, yeah.
Definitely. So we've got 2 games coming up. We've got the Newport game. So what we're going to do is every guest we come on, we're going to ask them for their prediction. So Michael, I'll come to you first. What's your prediction for the score for the Newport game and a score for the Swindon game?
Right, Newport, we owe them for the playoffs. We owe them for the FA Cup. We're going to beat them 4-0. Swindon will be more difficult, but I still say, you know, they're not on good form at the moment as well. I think we'll win 1-0 at Swindon.
1-0, so 4-0 and 1-0. And what about you, Mark?
I'll say 3-0 for the Newport game, 2-1 the Swindon game.
I think that one last question before you guys go is, when are we going to see a Declan Swans / Wrexham AFC official Christmas single? When is that going to happen?
That would be nice, yeah.
We have been thinking about doing a Christmas song, but obviously this year we've had a lot on this year. Just couldn't get the time to do it. But I think next year we'll plan it in advance.
We'll work on that. We'll come back on next year.
We'll
maybe push and promote the song. Yeah.
You can perform it for us.
Yes, we can do it live. Yeah, there we go.
Exclusive.
I will book that in the diary for next year right now. Look, guys, thank you so much for coming on. It's an absolute pleasure having you on.
Thanks for having us. Cheers. Thank you.
And
All the
Merry
best for the
Christmas.
podcast. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to both of you.
And
And you. All the best.
What a start to the show.
I know, right?
2 great guests. Time for the news.
Okay, so we've got quite a bit of news to get through.
Okay.
So let's start. So first of all, the new temporary stand is now up.
It looks amazing.
It
lot,
does.
so much better than I thought it would. I'm sure they could add another tier to that. But anyway.
It looks good. And there was
looks
actually a game on Saturday. There was actually 3 people sitting in it.
Yep, on their
randomly.
own. Don't know who they were, but yeah.
Maybe they were like doing some research on what it looked like sitting there.
Maybe.
Or somebody said that they were. I think it was you said they were there to catch the balls. Or
No,
my brother.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
no.
in case they go over, then he goes, "Who's going to get the balls?" So yeah, so maybe that's why they were there.
Right.
Also on Sunday, the women played Britain Ferry. Llysawel. I can't say
That's
it.
good enough.
Yeah.
Not yesterday Sunday, the Sunday before. Is that what you mean?
Sunday the 17th.
17th,
Yes,
right? Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yesterday.
I'm so lost. We've done so many interviews. I don't even know what day it is anymore.
So yeah, they played Britain Ferry on the 17th of December, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
And they won 4-0.
Brilliant.
So, you know, amazing.
Yeah.
Well done, ladies. And just a quick little segment.
Yeah.
The small sized shirts are back in stock. So if you are looking for them for Christmas,
I'm not a small, unfortunately.
do you know what? I'm not sure whether there's
many people. That's why they're available, probably.
Probably, yeah. They are, because Macrons are quite weird sizes. So
yeah, definitely.
Some injury news.
Oh, for God's sake.
So we've got Arthur Okonkwo.
I'll stop you. Is this more injury news or injuries that we already knew about?
There's a little bit of
Okay, come on.
a little bit of an addition.
Come on.
Okay, so in an update on Arthur Okonkwo.
Yes.
He is back at Arsenal, as we know.
Yeah.
He was there earlier last week.
Yes.
And hopefully, I think Phil Parkinson mentioned that hopefully he's gone there to get the all clear to come back. And Parky said he can't wait to get him back.
So he could be back playing in the new year.
Potentially,
okay. That's
yeah.
good.
Or he might even. I can't see it being too quick. So
No.
maybe, yeah,
No.
maybe in the new year.
I'm happy with that.
The New Year's Day game, maybe.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Early Christmas present. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. And sadly, Rob Lainton's had a setback. He had an operation early last week. And on his knee, which he injured in pre-season. Not had much luck, that guy. So he has been ruled out for the rest of the season, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel so sorry for Rob because he's such a good goalkeeper. I just can't. I struggle to see where his Wrexham career is going now because I think...
Or any career, really. If he's so injury prone.
Yeah, someone will take a chance on him. Someone will definitely... He's a top quality keeper. I'm just not sure the people who take a chance on him are going to be us. No. I don't think so.
No.
No.
But yeah, so speedy recovery, Rob, and hope you're back between the sticks, as they call it.
Yes.
You kids.
Yeah.
And also on the women's team, they were drawn against, let me get this right, the New Saints.
Yes.
The New Saints.
Yeah.
In the Bute Energy Welsh Cup.
Yes.
Dates and fixtures and all that jazz is to be confirmed. And I'm sure we'll discuss this more, but George Evans will be out of the next 3 games, I think.
It depends how they register that. It
looks pretty brutal.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
We will talk a bit about more. But what also I put in there as well, which we will talk about more, will Luke Young be stepping back on the pitch in the starting 11?
Yeah. What do you think?
I bloody hope
Stop!
so.
I'm going to stop you. Stop you right there. Okay. And do you know why?
Why?
Because we've got another guest.
Okay.
And our next guest is an international superstar. And you do not keep international superstars waiting.
You do not.
You do not.
You do not.
Our next guest is none other than Mark Griffiths. So how are you doing, Mark?
Very well, thank you very much. They do say there's no such thing as little introductions, just little guests. And so thank you very much, because you've made me sound much more important than I actually am. Thank you.
Not a problem at all. Not a problem. We've got a lot of American listeners to this podcast. We're actually bigger in America than we are in the UK, oddly, which is very strange. And we do talk to them, and when we get down to it, every time that we talk to our American listeners, the conversation always comes back round to you, Mark. You're like the beacon for the international fan, I would say. Everybody knows you. Yeah. And one of the questions I was going to ask is, do you get recognised more for your voice when you're out and about, or do people recognise you more now since the documentary?
I mean, that's a great question, actually. The voice, funnily enough, but let's be honest here. I don't get that much recognition. I don't want to try and make out that I can't walk through Kaiguli without being mobbed. That's more of a sort of police matter, if you will, but I will not go into that detail. No, it is. I do get a lot more of people. I'll go to get a coffee, and I'll say something, and then somebody at a table will go, "I recognise that voice." So yes, that happens. That does happen. Certainly, much more than being recognised. Definitely. I think most people are trying to block out the bits of me on Welcome to Wrexham when I'm on camera. But, obviously, you want to reduce your psychological damage as much as possible, don't you, when you're watching that show?
Talking about the documentary, was that something really important to you, that you're part of such a big part of of Wrexham history, that you got to be involved in that?
I don't think that was the reason, if I'm honest. I'm not trying to be modest. It was purely that... Well, firstly, you probably want a narrator, don't you? Or somebody who's commentating on the games. I'm flattered that they said that I wouldn't have to do many sort of retakes because essentially what I was saying in the commentary was fitting into what they wanted to be out there. And also, I know that Rob, from the very start was listening through to the commentaries, and I think he just quite liked our style, and I think that was part of it. I definitely. They didn't ask me to do it because I have any significance, and I'd still stand by that. It's purely, I think, that I happen to be conveniently the person doing a job that would have to be done on the show, and I do think essentially the fact that Rob was quite happy listening to the commentaries and thought, okay, he's not dropping the ball, he's not suddenly swearing, he's not going utterly insane. I think just sealed the deal really. It's that rather than any previous things I've done, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, you say he's that you weren't going insane, but let's be honest, there are definitely moments when you do go a little crazy during the commentary.
Yeah, insane in the right way. I can do that. Sorry, my camera's acting up. I do apologize. Yeah, I get excitable. I can't deny it. But I've been watching Wrexham since the 70s, and this is fun. We're doing well, so I'm going to enjoy it while I can. To be quite honest, I've said often that people sometimes say to me, it's a weird contradiction. They say, "How do you stay calm?" And I sort of think it's weird this because some people say I get overexcited. I think the balance, though, is that because I'm doing a job, I feel like I'm doing a job. And so I sort of accept what's happening and try and dissect it. And I miss out on that great fun of being on the, on the cop or whatever, just going nuts like I used to when I was a teenager. So I think when we score, I think that's my one chance to have a little bit of an outlet, to be perfectly honest.
Did you ever dream, or think in your wildest imagination that when you were commentating on us losing at home to Alfreton years ago, that we would be on this wild ride that we're on now?
Despite the fact that football is a game for dreamers, no, I think you're exactly right. I remember Alfreton's a great choice. I remember some really particularly grim, dark nights there when it was pouring down in their ground. I'm not knocking it, but always had a sort of half-finished feeling. It was lots of like unfinished breeze blocks around the place. And that was, so yeah, that was the sort of place where you wouldn't think, yeah, one day we'll be playing a friendly against Chelsea and there'll be 60,000 there and probably more than half will be our fans. Yeah, I got to be honest, that thought didn't occur to me.
So we've got 2 games coming up. We've got Newport and we have got Swindon on Boxing Day. I'm assuming you're going to be doing the commentary for both of those.
Hope so. That's the plan.
Yeah. We want to get your predictions. So for the Newport game, what's your prediction?
Right, I don't do predictions. and there's a reason why I don't do predictions. Years and years ago, Andy Gilpin, when he was writing for the Wrexham Mail, had the brilliant idea. It was a good idea of getting a sort of prediction league going every week in the paper. And the problem was that because the commentary I was doing was hospital radio, and that was funded by the Wrexham Supporters Association. So my name had underneath it, Mark Griffiths, Wrexham Supporters Association. And I thought, okay, well, it's a bad luck for someone who's representing the Supporters Association to be saying we'll lose 5-0. So I made a policy decision that I would never predict we'd lose. And as you know, that's not the best way to win a prediction league, and especially because we weren't very good that season. So I looked like mug. I remember, we'd go away and, we'd be like just outside relegation, and we'd go away to the league leaders, and I'd be saying, oh, I think we'll get a point out of this, knowing full well we were going to get smashed. So I'm always wary of predictions for that reason. But I'll tell you what, I will make it. If you really twist my arm, I'll make a prediction. Do you really want me to go for it?
Yeah.
100%.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Both games will be postponed.
Really?
Yes.
Cold snap, bang, everything's off.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't really think that'll happen. Well, I hope it doesn't happen, but
Newport game definitely won't, because we've got everything in place to make sure that our ground is suitable.
Got the special tent.
Yeah, we've got the tent, haven't we?
Got the special tent, haven't we? And we've got to christen the new cop as well. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
An absolute pleasure talking to you. Merry Christmas to you. I hope you have a great Christmas, and we will speak to you again in the new year for definite.
Thank you for asking me, and happy Christmas to you guys as well.
Cheers, Mark.
So, shall we talk about the Colchester game, or shall we get another guest on?
One more guest.
Okay, so we're really pleased to welcome for the second time on Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC,
Yes.
Neil Roberts. How are you doing, Neil?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, thank you for inviting me back.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. We're really happy to have you back. Obviously, Christmas special. We've got to ask about Christmas. You were obviously a professional player. What's Christmas like as a professional footballer? I mean, you've obviously got Boxing Day games. You've got New Year's games. Is it fun to be a professional player at that time of year, or is it a bit of a got to watch what you eat. You can't drink too much. What's it actually like?
Yeah, well, I think, first of all, it's obviously fun. It's a great. I've always, when I was playing, I loved the sort of Christmas period. I don't think it stopped me having well, it definitely didn't stop me having a Christmas dinner. That's for sure. I think in terms of being able to enjoy yourself, having a drink and whatnot, then obviously that's one of the sort of downsides that you're not able to as much as you'd like. But ultimately, you're doing the job that everybody else wants to do, and you're there to make sure you do it to the best of your ability. So, yeah, I love playing at Christmas. We would play, like you said, on the Boxing Day, and then there would be more of a warm down session the next day on the 27th, and then we would always play ordinarily on the 28th, and then there would be a game on the New Year's Day as well. So the games came thick and fast, and it was one of those really that I think a lot of people will tell you that once you get through that Christmas period, you do have a rough idea about where you're going to end up towards the sort of April time in the season. And yeah, I think looking at us now in terms of what's happening at the club at the moment is I think they're going to be, 3 huge games that take place over the space of 10 days or something like that, I think it is. So, if we can take, ideally maximum points, but, worst case scenario, if we take 7 points from those 3 games, then it sets us up brilliantly for the new year.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think it's crucial. These next few games, I really do. Most ex-players, they always wish they were playing again. Where do you sort of fall, especially at Christmas? Do you sort of wish you were still there and enjoying that Christmas period playing, or are you more of a sort of like, I can do what I want and I still get to watch the football, but I can have a few beers and I can celebrate New Year's a little bit more? So what would you rather out of the two?
To be honest with you, now I'm probably somewhere in the middle of how you've described it. So yes, there are obviously times where I'd love to be out there. I'd love to be playing again. I'd love to be making my family proud. And then on the flip side of that, I'm really enjoying the journey of just being a fan. Obviously, I've always been a fan since a young boy, but it's now that I'm sort of retired from playing, it's allowed me to sort of travel away with my family and friends. On the 29th, we'll be going to Walsall away. So I'm taking my girlfriend and my 3 children. So that's something I'm looking forward to that I was never able to do. So I think in answer to your question, I'm probably somebody that has those moments of wishing I was playing, but you know what? Good luck to the boys now that are doing it and enjoying it and doing ever so well. And yeah, I can sit back and have a pint or two and watch from afar.
I suppose it's a completely different type of nerves though, because as a player, you probably have them nerves. You want to do the fans proud and your family proud, like you're saying, but now it's a completely different set of nerves, isn't it? Watching as a fan.
Yeah, I'm more. I'll be honest with you. I'm more emotionally involved now, and it's probably a strange thing to say, but I just find myself whenever I see clips of us winning promotion, and then I'll see a picture of myself and my daughter, and it is a really strange feeling for me, to be honest with you. But it's one of them. It's the best thing in the world, isn't it? When things are going well, there's nothing better than going to watch your hometown club doing well. You know, everybody's happy, everyone's on a high. The town is sort of buzzing as well. So, yeah, I think you know, I'm super excited for Christmas. I'm a massive Christmas person anyway, and you know, we've got a lot of children in the family that are super excited, and I'm probably the biggest out of the lot of them. So it's yeah, it's good times, good times.
So we've got 2 games coming up. We've got Newport and then we've got Swindon on Boxing Day. So we're going to ask you for your predictions. So first of all, what's your prediction for the Newport game?
Yeah, again, I think Newport is probably one that we can class as a derby. So you know, a Welsh derby, albeit. So yeah, I think it'll be quite fiery. I think they'll bring a good following, so the atmosphere should be pretty special. I'm going to go for a home win because we do tend to kind of score a lot of goals at home. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win.
3-1. Nice.
Okay.
Like it.
Okay, talking of like obviously the atmosphere and stuff, we'll have the hopefully the temporary new stand
Yes.
will be filled at the Newport game as well. So that'll obviously create more noise for us. So
Should do.
yeah, should do. So Boxing Day, what's your prediction for the Swindon away game?
Yeah, I think Swindon away is a difficult place to go. I think they've had a few strange results in terms of you know, when I saw them play at the racecourse, I felt that they would be a team that would potentially be doing better than what they are. So we can't underestimate them. You know, I'd be delighted with and I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory there.
Cool. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Neil, thanks for joining us, and Merry Christmas to you and all your family.
Yeah, likewise, Merry Christmas, and here's to a great New Year.
Right. Let's talk about the Colchester game.
You seem a lot more excited than maybe I thought you would be talking about the Colchester game.
We came away with 3 points.
Yeah, we did. Yes, we did.
It wasn't the slickest of games, I'll give you that.
It was. I don't know. I mean, I don't know really. I mean, we started with Sam up front.
Yep.
I think we're very much. Sam's getting a few games. Ollie's getting a few games. It's going back and forth. Someone gets a little run, then the other one gets a little run, and then I think that all that highlights is that we've got a space there for a potentially regular starting striker.
January transfers.
Yes. Obviously, we went in for Luke Armstrong
We did.
in the summer. That was an absolute debacle of what happened with that and the paperwork not getting submitted on time. I do have a feeling we will go back for him.
There are rumours, though,
Yes.
that Carlisle are very much wanting him.
Yeah, but
So
I think in a race between us and Carlisle to pick up a player, Carlisle are very much down the bottom of League One. We're at the top of League Two. We could easily cross paths. I'm not saying anything for definite for either team, but we could easily cross paths.
Yeah.
And just because there's a team in League One and you're signing for them, that doesn't mean under any circumstances you're going to stay there. You could end up in League Two, and the other club that you could have signed for, us, could end up in League One.
Yeah.
So within the space of 6 months, you know, you might have made the wrong choice. So
it's rumours.
it is rumours. I would find it hard to believe that a player that we would have gone for in the summer, that we're not still interested now, even though he's not playing very much.
So he's not.
And he's not really scoring either.
No.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. I do think there's a space there for a striker. Love Sam, love Ollie, but I just think potentially we do need. They're both quite big guys. We were very used to playing long balls in the National League.
Yeah.
They worked really well for that. We don't really play like that anymore. We do from time to time. Not really. We're a lot slicker and we're a lot more ball on the floor now.
Yeah.
Love the way we're starting games at the moment.
Fast paced.
Fast paced.
Yeah.
Really fast paced. We're high press. We're really pushing on to teams. For me, I think it's a testament to the improvement in the fitness level in the squad as well.
Yeah.
Look, we didn't really have a pre-season. At all. We did, but it was very games driven as opposed to tactical fitness and all that sort of stuff. And I think our fitness is really coming to the fore now. And we're
Yeah,
really
definitely.
pushing on.
Yeah,
We got a goal early.
we did.
Elliot scored after
The birthday boy.
about 8 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
Give or take. Didn't write
Yeah,
that down. I think
no.
but
It
about
was
8
quite
minutes.
quick.
It was nice and early.
Yeah.
Felt like we were very much on top.
Yeah.
Then George Evans got his red card, didn't he? It's slightly odd for us. We couldn't really see what had happened. We saw him stretch for it. We saw the player go down.
Uh-huh.
A lot of boos. But we've seen replays as well. But the angle that the replays are
It's pretty much the angle that we
that
saw
we
out.
sit at. Yeah, sort
so,
of.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, the ref was right on top of it, and
He didn't even hesitate, did he?
he didn't hesitate,
It's like
which
literally red card.
leads me to believe the ref got it right. You know, being don't get me wrong, there's some awful refs, and he wasn't great on Saturday. But you'd like to think that being that close
You can't make
and
much of
making
a
that decision as quick as you
Yeah.
did, that it was right. He'd already picked up a yellow.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a ridiculous challenge as well. Do you reckon he fancied a bit of Christmas off?
Maybe.
Is that what
Maybe
he's
he's
thinking?
got some holidays booked somewhere.
The red cards that flew about in all leagues this weekend was mental.
Coincidence?
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
think you'll see quite a few next weekend as well. People going, I'm not playing on Boxing Day. You'll see loads. I can guarantee you will see loads. There was well into double figures.
But are those the type of people that you want on your team? People who are like, oh, do you know what? I fancy a
no,
few days
no,
off.
probably not.
Footballers, they know the calendar.
Yeah,
so-
they do.
But I think George Evans, whether he was meant to stretch for that ball in the way that he did. I mean, yeah, all right, he meant to.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get.
He was trying to get the ball, but unfortunately, he got the other player's ankle.
Well, we don't know where he caught him, really.
Looking at the stills, it looks like he did get him in like the top bit of his ankle. But yeah, like I said, our positioning of where we sit in the stands, it was a bit kind of covered, so we couldn't really.
Yeah. It was sort of like felt like a bit of an uphill battle. The one saving grace for us, I think, going down to 10 men, was that Colchester went very good. They had one good lad, and I forgot his name, and I didn't write it down. It was the right winger, the guy they had on the right.
Was he the Rivera?
Yeah.
The one who scored?
The one who scored.
Yeah, Rivera.
Him. Let's go with that one.
Yeah, Rivera.
He was very good. He was quick.
Yeah.
He was good with the ball at his feet.
Big lad.
Apart from that, they didn't really have anything, and they didn't. I didn't feel like they were going to score, and it felt quite even. You felt like you were watching a game 11v11, not 11v10.
When we were doing the talking about the game in our last episode, obviously the pre-brief, as you call it, you talked about Joey Taylor.
Did I?
Yes.
Don't remember him.
I think you talked about him anyway. The name rings a bell.
Yeah.
I think he's their top scorer.
Right, okay.
So I think
Yeah,
you
I
mentioned his name.
did. Yeah.
So I was kind of looking out for him a bit and thinking, do you know what? But I wasn't that impressed.
No, I'll be honest with you, right? I do all the breakdown of the teams that we're playing. As soon as we've played them,
That's it.
it's gone. Out my mind and it's gone. I don't retain a lot of information unless it's about Wrexham, really.
Yeah, so
And then,
I didn't think Joey Taylor was all that. The
No.
guy sitting next to us in the stand, actually, he made me laugh. I think it was Joey Taylor. Is he the one with the shaved and then the hair at the top?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, he was calling one of the players, I'm sure it was Joey Taylor, he was calling him Billy Idol.
Yes.
Because of the hair.
Yeah,
And it made me chuckle.
Mullin dropped back into midfield.
Weird.
It was weird. Yeah, it was weird. He dropped back. I think it's very much to not make a sub at that point. Was it weird? I don't know, because you want to try and make it. I think Phil wanted to try and make it to half time. Hold it at 1-0 until half time. Your subs you make at half time don't count in your sub count.
Right.
So you can make them at half time. But we did look like we had big holes in the middle.
Yeah, you did say that.
Because we
didn't
did, because George is very much there. He controls that middle of the pitch. Andy'd obviously dropped into that position. Andy Cannon isn't George Evans, and he didn't quite have the same sort of impact that he would playing in his normal position. Paul dropped in. Our midfield, defensively minded midfielders, we had one. And then apart from that, we then had Paul Mullin and Elliot Lee playing in midfield, who, let's be honest, although Elliot likes to track back, they're not exactly what you would call defensively minded midfielders. And then we had Sam up front on his own. So, yeah, I am quite surprised that we maintained 5 at the back, but we did, you know, and we still pushed on, and we, I remember McLean fizzed the shot wide. I really thought he'd scored at that point. Going into the second half, we went 2-0 up. It was an atrocious own goal from their point of view.
Do you know what he was trying to do?
I don't know what he was trying. There was no one
It was
behind
like
him.
he was trying to score
Yeah,
a goal.
I
He
know.
literally was.
Was one of them odd ones where, you know, the keeper's got to give him a shout because he can't see what's behind him. You don't have the time to go, hang on, and turn around and see what's there. But there wasn't really anything there.
No.
He didn't have to lunge at that ball. That was for the keeper to tell him, leave it, or whatever. Just don't do that, you know, and to put us 2-0 up at that point. I was gutted, though, in the end, because I went for 2-0 on my predictions. As you know, Sian is 1 ahead of me at the moment in predictions. We got to about 85 minutes, and I thought, I've got this.
I was basically, Ryan just put his fingers up and with a 0 and 2.
Yeah.
Like he knew that he was going to win, and I thought, no, you're not.
No. Well,
I thought there was definitely another goal there, whether it was our team or Colchester.
It was disappointing. You know, Mark made a save which pushed it out wide, and it fell to that guy that we were talking about, and he put it in. At first I thought Mark made a really good save. On watching the replay, I think maybe he could have held it. It didn't seem. I don't know. I'm not a goalkeeper, and and I'm not going to pretend. But I sort of felt he could have held it or parried it a little bit better than he did. But look, we came away with 3 points. So it is, it is what it is.
And none of us won the prediction.
No.
I honestly thought they were. I thought when Colchester scored, I thought, right, we're going to get another one here, and I'm going to get my prediction right.
Unfortunately, even though we won, we dropped down a place in the league, and the reason for that is that Barrow also won, who were on the same points as us, but they won by more goals than we did.
I think it's like 2 or something.
So their goal difference has improved, which has taken it above ours. So they've gone second, and we're third.
Still in promotion stakes, though.
That is, we just need to maintain our current form. Just keep winning when everyone else is winning. You know, all we need to do really is match other people's results. I'd hope Mansfield drop a few because they've got a game in hand on us and they're only a point behind. But, that's all we need to do. But
it's getting tight now, though, isn't it?
It is getting tight. Look, we need to, it's not just about our opinion. It's about the fans' opinion as well, isn't it? So, time for another guest.
Love the segue there.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you very much. What we wanted to do, we wanted to get an international fan on. It's someone who's been on the show before. He's from Austria.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. We loved him, and we loved having him on so much last time he came on that we wanted him on again, and we saved him especially for the Christmas special. So as I say, we're going to welcome onto the show Peter from Austria. Hello, Peter. How are you doing?
Hello, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas
I'm great.
to you.
Glad to be back again.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you. Happy to have you. So let's talk briefly about the Colchester game. So I don't know where to start really. What did you make of the game?
Well, Wrexham Entertainment, huh? Never do it the easy way. Why do it the easy way if you can be entertaining as well? First of all, the new stand, the provisoric stand looks great. 3 people on it, not the biggest crowd, but no, it looks great on the telly. Yeah, what a game! What can you say? I mean, you have to admire the spirit this team has. The lads stand up for each other. Red card for 70 minutes, not easy. Score with 10 men. Not easy. Superb character from the lads.
Yeah, Yeah, I thought they really dug in, and to be honest, there were periods when they looked like the not the best team, but they certainly had periods of the game when they looked like they were on top, you know, with one man less. And you talked there, Peter, about sort of like character and digging in and sort of like, you know, working for each other. Do you think that's the thing that's going to get us through to the end of the season? You know, the way that all of the lads seem like one unit and they're all working together and they're all pushing for the same thing.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's professional sport. It's played in that. It's not about when it comes down to the last bit, when everything's on the wire, you know, what brings you over the line is your attitude. It's not about football and class. I know we miss Barnett because he's class. I know it's good to have McLean because he's class. Shout out to Paul Mullin, who didn't score, but he was pivotal in that second goal. Hold up play, superb pass to Mendy. That's what brings you over the line. I mean, if the manager tells the players what they should do and they are capable of doing it and giving their all, you know, getting those second balls, those 50-50s, believing that they can get it, they can achieve it. That's what wins you championships or promotions, in that case. So yeah, I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, definitely.
They are like Big One family, aren't they? They're just
Big One family.
One big family.
Yeah.
Yeah, they, you know, and they, like you said, they do stick up for each other.
Yeah.
And yeah,
really dig in when it matters.
Yeah,
well.
I think it was, you know, the game today, I think, was testament to kind of what sort of team that we've got.
Big One family.
Big One family, yeah.
Peter, you've obviously been to the racecourse. You're not just watching from afar. You came, unfortunately, it was for the MK Dons game that you came, which wasn't the best. I know you had a good time when you came over, but you're planning on coming back again, aren't you, in the new year?
Yeah, I will. I'm not sure when, because to be honest, I'm a bit looking to the FA Cup as well. I've not been watching an awful lot of Premier League this season because I'm invested in Wrexham now and I'm more interested in League Two, obviously. But what I saw from the Premier League, half of the teams on our day, we could beat them. So maybe it will be an FA Cup game, you know, never know.
That'd be good. If we could have a couple of FA Cup games like we had last season as well,
I know, yeah.
That would be amazing. Now, Peter, we're asking everyone, we're after 2 predictions from you. So a score prediction for the Newport game and a score prediction for the Swindon game on Boxing Day. What do you think the scores are going to be in them two?
I mean, you're asking me for predictions. You know, I haven't got a single one right this season. I'm super awful. Today I was like, that was with 2-0 and I thought, okay, yeah, 2-0 might do. No.
You were so close though today.
Yeah, I know.
were.
So close.
Newport, I would go with a 1-0 Wrexham. And Swindon, most probably as well.
Yeah.
So both 1-0.
Yeah.
I think they're quite modest, realistic predictions.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Peter, thank you so much for taking the time to come on. And we are really looking forward to welcoming you back to Wales next year. So let us know when you're coming and we will welcome you with open arms.
No, I'm looking forward to come back. I'm looking forward to meet you in person finally.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on again.
Not a problem.
Everybody once again.
Merry Christmas, Peter.
And up the town.
So, on the subject of international fans, after speaking to Peter, we are going to welcome 2 more guests who have become 2 very good friends as a result of us doing this podcast.
Yeah, they have really good friends, to be fair. So we would like to welcome to the show Adrian and Chris, who are Two Beards, a podcast, and Wrexham AFC. How's it going, guys?
Hey, guys.
Going well.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Nadolig Clowin.
Nadolig Llawen. Yes, that's Merry Christmas in Welsh. Yes.
Nadolig Clowen.
Yes, there we go. See? There you go. You're learning.
Is it Clowen or Clowen?
Clowin.
Llawen.
Clowin.
Clowen,
Clowen.
yeah.
Clowen.
Thought so.
There we go.
Snake.
Or as the
My-
Aussies would just
one of
say,
my,
Clowen.
One of my neighbours in the cul-de-sac we're in, which obviously, I don't know if you guys have cul-de-sacs there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the cul-de-sac that we're in across from us, the neighbour is Welsh. Obviously Southern Wales, but she loves Wrexham, and I went out there on a little street Christmas party we just had, and I was wearing this, and it just, yeah, we ended up having a full-on conversation. She's taught me a little bit of Welsh, and so, yeah, like she's special. Her name's Wendy, so shout out Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy. For you guys, I mean, it's always weird for us when we think about Christmas, we think about snow, ice, freezing cold. Adrian, what is it like? I mean, you're Australian born and bred, so it's like normal for you. But what is it like? Christmas in the sun. It just sounds mental. I mean, is that just how you think of Christmas?
Yeah, it's just Christmas. Like, someone said to me, the other day, like, would you trade it for a white Christmas? And I don't think I would. It's nostalgia. It's the fact that you go out and it's 30 to 40 degrees. You remember the Christmases that were sweltering, and you're having, ham and prawns and summery things you would normally do, backyard cricket, things like that. And yeah, it's a nostalgia thing. But I think that's for everyone. I think that's why a lot of people can't get over the Aussie Christmas.
It's crazy. You know how there's that song, The Chestnuts Roasting on the Open Fire? Well, here on Christmas Day this year, in WA, they're actually predicting it's going to be over 40 degrees. So I think that's about 42, 43, but it'll probably go hotter than that. So your chestnuts will literally be roasting. So
he had that set up. He's got a script. He's got a what do you call it? A monitor that just kind of rolls through his like gags, and he's just like, write that one.
Thing is though, like you can't walk on the beach in that heat. It's just ridiculous.
Nah.
Like the second
Too
you
hot.
step foot on the beach, you're literally giving your feet 3rd-degree burns. It's just stupid. So can't have a white Christmas. You're gonna have a bloody hot Christmas, but
Or a sunburnt Christmas is what I call it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I would feel about having a hot, because like you said, Adrian, about it being nostalgic and stuff like that. I think, I think Christmas for us is freezing cold.
Well, Chris, you were obviously born in the UK, and how old were you when you went to Australia?
So I was 7, and I actually do remember my first Christmas here. We touched down in Australia on 2nd of January in when I just turned 7. So we were there for Christmas. We left on New Year's, and then we obviously flew over, landed on the 2nd. And I remember walking out, and it was just humid, and it was a shock because we'd come from snow, and we left when it was snowing. But then I remember my first Christmas, and oh geez, it was bad. Like, yeah, I was shocked. I was like, where's the snow? Like, you're expecting snow. And I was only a kid and didn't really understand. And I was so expecting to, build snowmen and have a bit of fun and, go out with my friends. And instead of throwing snowballs at each other, we're throwing sand bundies at each other, which is like a sand version of snowball. It was so far. It was very weird. I reckon it took me a good year or 2 to get used to. Very, very different, very backwards. But hey, that's Australia.
I suppose we better tie this into Wrexham a little bit,
Yeah.
as it is
If
a
we
Wrexham.
must.
Yeah, if we have to.
Yeah.
So Adrian, come to you. We've got 2 games coming up. We've got Newport and we've got Swindon. They're the closest sort of games to Christmas. What are your predictions for them 2 games? What can you see happening?
Yeah, look, Newport's an interesting one with the new stand, temporary stand going up. I think it's going to create a bit more buzz and I don't know, it'd feel like an occasion. So I feel like we'll win convincingly, nice 2-0 win. And then Swindon is a weird one because after what happened last time, who knows what's going to happen. But I'm thinking 3-1 Wrexham.
3-1 Wrexham. Like it. What about you, Chris? Do you think we're getting 6 points from them too as well?
Oh, well, Swindon caused us a bit of problems last time. Uh, but we have sort of hit some more form. So I'm reckoning maybe a 2-0 versus Swindon, and the other one probably maybe a 2-1.
Okay, all right,
I
cool.
reckon that one's going to be close.
Yeah,
Mm.
Newport's a tough team. Yeah, I would see a 2-1. It is at home. It's hard to beat Wrexham at home. 2-1. Yeah.
I'm happy with that. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take 6 points out of them two games.
100%.
100%.
End the year
Guys,
off with a bang.
yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's been brilliant. As you well know, we love talking to you two. So Merry Christmas to the both of you, and we hope you have a great time.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
That's the one. That's the one. Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas. We love you guys, and I hope you have a good celebration period.
Absolutely love those two. Two of my favourite people.
And my favourite people as well. While we're in the area of sort of like Wrexham podcaster / YouTubers,
Yeah.
shall we have another one?
Yes.
So we've got lots of new American fans, obviously, we got lots of new fans all over the world, but a lot of new American fans. So shall we have one of them?
Yes.
Yes.
So his name is Jake, aka the Wrexham Texan. How you doing, Jake?
I'm doing great today, Ryan and Sharon. How are y'all doing?
I tell you what, I'm going to say this now. That is the best outfit that we are having on the Christmas special this year. That is absolutely amazing. We do really appreciate the effort on that one. So anyone doesn't know Jake, Jake is the Wrexham Texan. He does a podcast called The Wrexham Texan. The last time we spoke, Jake, you were quite early in your journey of this podcast. You're 40 odd episodes in now. Are you starting to feel like part of the Wrexham community, or is it still a little bit weird for you because you're so many thousand miles away?
It kind of comes and goes. So there are moments when I feel a part of it. I definitely always feel a part of the international fan community because that's who I'm mainly in contact with, like Two Beards guys, a few folks here in the States. And then y'all are the main ones that I'm in contact with in Wales. And so every now and then a little bit of like imposter syndrome sets in where I just feel like I should not be anywhere near this team. I don't really have any tie to them. But then I think, nah, forget that. I love this squad and I love the team. So yeah, over the next few years, I'm hoping to get more involved in the local stuff.
So we've got 2 games coming up. One of these games is on Boxing Day. Obviously, Boxing Day is renowned to be like a family day, you know, chilling and all that kind of stuff. But do you think you'll be watching the game on your own? Will you be sneaking off to a little corner to watch it on your phone or what have you? Or are you making all of your family sit and watch the game with you?
Oh, well, me and my wife loves watching with me. So she'll be watching with me. We'll be at her sister's house in Las Vegas. So I will basically force everybody to watch the game, whether they like it or not. It'll be on the big screen, big TV in the living room, and they're just going to have to deal with it. They don't give a crap about football, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but it's Christmas, you know, you're all family together. You've got to take on other people's interests, so they're going to have to take on board your interest, aren't they?
I'm already planning the way that I'm going to be able to do that is by cooking the Christmas dinner the day before.
Yes.
So that's what I'm going to do, and then that's going to get me some good faith, and then they'll let me do it.
So some definite brownie points there coming from you making your Christmas dinner.
Yeah, I mean, Christmas in Vegas, is that something that you've done before, Jake?
Yeah. She, her sister lives there, and we go there every year. She lives on the outskirts. She was a dancer at the biggest, or she was a performer at the biggest show in Vegas for like 10 years. So I don't really go to Vegas for Vegas. I don't care for that whole scene. I don't really gamble. I play Texas Hold'em, and that's pretty much it.
I think Las Vegas is more for people that are in different countries.
Like the UK.
Like the UK, because people
Yeah,
go over
yeah,
there
yeah.
and it's like a big deal. I've been with my mum and dad and my brother. We went for my dad's 50th, and I found
Rock and roll, baby!
Party!
Mum, dad, brother, and sister. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt it was. I felt quite overwhelmed. I mean, 21 to gamble, isn't it?
Yeah, in America, yeah.
I got ID'd quite a lot, and I think I was 26.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've never been. I'd love to go. I'm not sure I'd make it out alive, to be honest.
I'm not sure. That's why I'm stopping you from going.
Yeah, I'm not. Anyway, Jake, we've got 2 games coming up. We're after score predictions from you. So let's start with the Newport game. What do you think about that one?
It's all, you never know when, like, if you haven't played a team in a very long time, that's always a hard one to predict, because you don't know if old tensions are going to come back or if it's just going to be a completely brand new thing, since, you know, it's mostly new players and new coaches anyway. I am going to say 2-1 at home, because that's a home game, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, what about the Swindon game? So, away on Boxing Day. What do you think about that one?
That's a good question. I'm going to say 1-0 away game.
Okay, 1-0 for the Swindon game. Okay, I can see that. I think we're not going to get another 10 goals, are we?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Jake, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for making such a huge effort with a costume. It's absolutely amazing. I highly recommend Jake's podcast. Just search the Wrexham Texan. Highly recommended. Jake, Merry Christmas. I hope you have an amazing holiday period.
Merry Christmas, Ryan and Sharon. Thank you all so much for having me. Appreciate it.
So, the women's team have had an equally wild ride over the last 2 years.
Yeah, 100%. Since Ryan and Rob took over, it's been just as crazy for them as it has been for the men's team.
Winning the league last season.
Yeah, and I think it is only fitting that we have a spot on the Christmas special to talk to one of the key players in the women's team. So we would like to welcome to the Christmas special, Del Morgan. Hiya, Del.
How are you guys?
Yeah, really good, and nice to see. Do you know what? You are the first person we've had on so far that has actually decided to sit in front of their Christmas tree, which actually, considering it's a Christmas episode,
Christmas spirit and all that.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so it's been a crazy couple of years, I think, for the women's team, the men's team, the club as a whole. You've got documentary film crew following you around constantly. You're filming adverts for M&S. Does that sort of thing feel normal to you now, or does it still feel like a really surreal sort of day-to-day thing?
I don't think any of this will ever feel normal. I still get, when we have the documentary crews around and all the M&S stuff lately, I'm still like, wow, like how's this is happening? I think it's because, to me, I'm just playing football, and I've been at Wrexham since before Rob and Ryan came in, so I came to Wrexham to play, to enjoy, because I'm a fan of the club and everything like that. And then everything that's happened has just been extra, and like how everyone, all of us as fans feel, it's just absolutely crazy all the time. I can never get used to it. And I think because every day I go to work and I'm just myself in my other job and stuff like that, and then every now and then I put on a Wrexham top and then I'm something different. So I think that's what makes it really surreal. Still can't get used to it.
No, it must be so strange. It's still surreal, for us normals sitting in the stands.
When we see,
you know what I mean?
When we see Rob and Ryan, because our season tickets are in the Macron stand, so obviously the director's box is like literally above us, isn't it? So when we turn around and they're there, it's like, whoa. And like when the likes of Hugh Jackman and
Yeah.
Will Ferrell and everything, it is.
is.
I can definitely see that it's something that's going to be surreal forever or for a long time to come, I think.
Talking about the football itself, you know, you're having a great season this season. You know, you're doing really well in the league. We've got cup semi-finals. Do you think you can reel in Cardiff City in the second half of the season?
Absolutely, because the day we play Cardiff, I'll be the first one to hold my hand up. I didn't perform very well. I was at fault for, in my opinion, all 3 goals. And I think, I still wonder about it now, but I can't mull on it because I've got to move on. But if I played better than I did or played at my best, would that have made a difference? Because that's all that they did really in that game. They did threaten us quite a lot, but they were their 3 clear chances and there were 3 mistakes. So if I'm performing better and the team is holding out like they were doing at the time, who knows? Cardiff will always be the hardest team to play in this league this year, definitely.
Yeah.
But we've got them in the cup next month and in the league next month. And then hopefully we'll play them another 2 times after the league splits, because hopefully we'll finish top 4. So yeah, bring it on. I can't wait playing them again because I wanna redeem myself a little bit.
I'm sure you will. Sure you will.
Yeah, definitely. You've obviously got your UEFA A license, goalkeeping, first female in Wales to get that, which so massive congratulations for that, which you got earlier this year. I suppose the question is, what gives you the biggest buzz? Because there's sort of 2 sides to you there. You know, do you get the biggest buzz from sort of like playing and sort of inspiring young sort of women, young girls to take up the sport? Or do you get a bigger buzz from sort of nurturing and developing talent that are sort of already in the game?
I've been asked this before. It's a very hard question. There was a time I preferred. It is a really hard question. I love doing both. Like, I love football. Like, football is everything. And it's only this season or since July I've been working full time in a full-time football environment at Liverpool, and that job itself is a dream come true. And then that same month in July we all became semi-pro at Wrexham. That again, probably another little dream come true. I guess all the success that we had at the end of last season, playing at the racecourse in front of almost 10,000 fans, the playoff final and getting promoted, and then obviously the bus parade. That feeling, I'll never forget those moments. Some of those moments are the best time of my life, especially at my age now. I thought all of this stuff was way past me. I thought this should have happened at least 7, 8 years ago. Like, I never thought this would happen now. But then on the coaching side of it, I do get a buzz when I see the players that I work with do well. So if I see one of my goalkeepers go and represent the first team in some capacity. So I had one of my goalkeepers this summer travel to France with Liverpool women first team on the pre-season tour. Like, she was only 16, and I've worked with her for quite a while. So like, for me, it's like, yeah, that's really massive buzz. But I think it's a different type of feeling. I love them both equally. But also I'm at the point where, like, I need to make the most of my playing career because I can't play forever. I'm 27, and as a goalkeeper, I've still probably got at least another 6 years in me, good years hopefully. But the coaching is my career. So yeah, it's just different feelings. I love them both, and I'm glad that I can do both at the same time.
Great answer.
Yes.
Great answer.
Yes.
So obviously, over Christmas we've got the men playing on Boxing Day, but the women obviously aren't playing. And I think when did you
Is it the 17th? Your next game.
Yeah. So we finished training this week, and then we got a couple of weeks off, but we'll still have to do fitness that Zoe sets us. though we are S&C. So we'll still have to keep fit throughout. Our first game back is actually the 7th, and it's a cup game at Cardiff.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
It's the same day as Wrexham and Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
Which is and exactly the same kick-off time as well, which is not ideal, but it's what it is. It's football.
Yeah.
So with the two men's games coming up, we've got Newport on the 23rd, and then we've got Swindon on Boxing Day. So can we ask you for two predictions? So for the first prediction, can we have the what you think the score is going to be for Newport?
That's going to be a feisty one, isn't it? It's like a bit like a Welsh derby. Let's go 3-1 Wrexham.
3-1. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. And what about the Swindon game on Boxing Day? What do you think about that one?
2-0 Wrexham.
2-0. Perfect. Perfect. Del, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for coming on. We've loved it. It's been great.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem.
Not a problem. Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great Christmas.
You too. Merry Christmas to you both.
What a lovely girl Del is. I really enjoyed that interview.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah, it's good.
It was.
I think it's worth mentioning our, what should we call it, Christmas opening hours, because we're obviously on Monday the 18th.
Oh, 18th. Yeah,
18th,
sorry. I didn't know what date you were asking me to remember.
No,
then.
I don't do dates. So it's Monday the 18th.
Yeah.
We always release on a Monday, as everyone knows. Next Monday is Christmas Day. So there will be no episode on Christmas Day.
Ryan will be too drunk to edit.
Correct. And obviously the day after that is Boxing Day. We have a game.
We do.
So that is
We're sadly not going to.
No, I know.
Tickets.
Yeah. So the Tuesday we have a game. So Wednesday we will record an episode and we will put it out on the Thursday. So that is Thursday the 28th. That's right, isn't it?
That's right.
So our next episode is Thursday the 28th.
And then the next one after that,
Let's not worry about that one. Let's just get that one done. We'll tell them when the one after that is on that one. So Thursday the 28th is our next episode.
Yes.
We've been asking everyone who's on to give their predictions for the next two games. So let's have a look at our opponents in the next two games. So we've got Newport County.
Bit of a derby.
Yeah, but why is it in that accent?
I don't know.
It's a League Two game on Saturday, the 23rd of December, and that's at 3 p.m. It's available for international fans on iFollow. It's a home game, obviously, at the Kairas. Last competitive game was the FA Cup second round replay in December 2018.
Stop moving.
I know, yeah. Luke was sent off. Luke Young was sent off during that game after, I think it was about 12 minutes. It was 0-0 at the time when he was sent off.
Yeah.
And we made it all the way to half time at 0-0. And then they scored 4 in the second half and we lost 4-0.
Okay.
I didn't go to that game. I didn't go to the replay. I went to the original, the home game.
Yeah.
Me and my dad went to that one. That was, from memory, I think that was 0-0. Yeah, so it was average game. They obviously beat us in the 2013 playoff final as well. They beat us 2-0 there. So we definitely owe them one, I would say. We haven't played them for 5 years. The playoffs, which is 10 years ago, that still hurts a little bit. So so definitely one there.
But arguments say our team now is so much. I'm not knocking any of the players in previous seasons, but
sounds like you are, like. But
I'm not. I think we can do it this time.
Yeah,
I think we can.
So they drew 1-1 with Grimsby on Saturday. They've won 7, drawn 5, and lost 10. So they're currently 17th in League Two on 26 points, which means nothing in a derby. Anyone who doesn't know what a derby is basically a game between local rivals. Now, we're not technically local.
We couldn't be further away from each other.
Well, we are a few hours away, but because there are so few Welsh clubs in the Football League, they would class this as a Welsh derby because they're two teams within the same country, basically.
In the same league, yeah.
That's what that is. Prediction.
That's what that is. I'm going to go. Oh, it's a tough one, but I think I'm going to go for a clean sheet. 3-0.
Where are you? I was going to do that.
Well, why can't? Oh, you can't.
I can't.
Well, you can because it means you.
Yeah, no.
Let's make
I'm not
it fun.
doing that. I'm going to go. I'm going to go big win.
Yep.
I'm going to say 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
Cool.
And on Boxing Day, we've got Swindon, or as I've written down in my notes, Swandon Town. It's a
They're
league.
just a little tiny team that's in the EFL.
That is also a League Two game. It's on the 26th of December at 3 p.m. It's an away game at the county ground. That one.
Still annoyed about the fact that we haven't got a home game on Boxing Day.
I know. Yeah, it is quite annoying. Available for international fans on iFollow. The last game was obviously the crazy 5-5 draw earlier in the season.
Available for...
It might be.
It's Boxing Day.
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday.
Yes. Sorry.
So, yes.
Sorry. Not just international fans. Everyone. Yeah.
And we're assuming.
Yes. So they lost 3-0 at home to Barrow. A bit of a mad team, Swindon, I tell you. They've won 8, drawn 6, lost 8 this season. They're 12th on 30 points. So what's your prediction for that one?
Well, do we think we're going to get another 5-5 draw?
No.
No, me neither. So I'm going to go for I'm not going to go for a clean sheet with Swindon because they are a good team. I'm going to go 3-1.
I'm going to go for a clean sheet, and I'm going to go for 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah, happy with that.
Bang in.
Let's crack on anyway. We still have a few guests to get through. Next up, who is a man who is universally loved, especially by Wrexham fans. Always a pleasure to talk to this guy. You'll know him as Tomi Caws. Tommy, how are you doing?
I'm not bad at all. Thank you very much for having me.
Not a problem. We love having you. We love having you. We could talk to you for an hour, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll try and keep it as brief as we can. Christmas, obviously, that's what this episode's all about. Christmas. Are you like me when you think of Christmas? You sort of think of football as well? Did the two sort of go hand in hand for you?
I've got to be honest, I'm a bit of a humbug when it comes to Christmas itself. So it's all about Boxing Day for me. So it's pure football. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind Christmas these days, but it's never usually my favourite time of year, to be honest. I don't know why. I had some memorable fixtures with Wrexham over the years, away days and home games as well. And hopefully we can have a good Christmas.
Yeah, fingers crossed. How crucial do you think these games over Christmas and New Year are going to be, Tommy? Do you think we can afford to have a little bit of a wobble? Do you think we can afford to be a little bit mediocre and still be in the mix? Or do we need to be on it, do you think, for the next sort of 4 or 5 games?
It's a tricky one because, there's still a hell of a long way to go, isn't there? But I think with the games coming thick and fast, you can see a massive change in terms of the league table after the Christmas period. So it's a massively important time with all the games coming so quickly. But that said, I think we've seen the last couple of weeks, haven't we? Teams like Stockport, Notts County, sort of dropping points left, right and centre. So I think that's going to happen till the end of the season. I just think if we can just maintain some level of consistency, we're going to be up there. I've said elsewhere, I don't think we're going to win the league, but I do fancy us to get automatic promotion. And I think we'd all take that, wouldn't we?
Well, 100% we would, wouldn't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So obviously we've got Christmas and then we've got January, which means it's the transfer window. Looking at the team that we've got now, what do you think we need from the transfer window?
Well, to be honest, Sharon, I think they will go back for Luke Armstrong. I think he'll be definitely coming, won't he, in January? That's an interesting signing for me. I do think we need another striker. I think Fletcher was a good signing, but he is 36. We can't hang our hats on him to sort of play every game, can we? So listen to me. I'm 37. I'm older than him, but yeah, calling him old. But no, I think I think that's going to be an interesting one. Armstrong, I wouldn't say he set the world alight in League Two, has he? If you look at his record, but I mean, you've got to trust Parky's judgment. He's very astute, isn't he? He looks a half decent sign on paper. Apart from that, I'm not too sure. I mean, we're so strong, like you said before, all over the pitch, and throughout the squad. I was saying to my mate the other day, I reckon our second string could finish top 10 in League Two. I genuinely do. I think that's how strong we are right through the squad. So, yeah, crazy times, really. I never thought I'd be saying that about Wrexham squad. But yeah, it's It's great. Yeah, absolutely. And I am looking forward to the January window because, like I say, it can give you that. If you get a couple of really good signings in, it can give you that big boost, like we saw, last year.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's all maybe going to be about injuries for us, where we sort of maybe go in the transfer window. We seem to be picking them up left, right, and centre, don't we?
Injuries?
Not to be miserable at Christmas, but yeah, we do seem to be picking up a few injuries here and there. Tommy, we got 2 games coming up. We got the Newport game, which is, for me, that's massive. Playing Newport again, and we got the Swindon game. So let's start with the Newport game. Let's get a score prediction from you for the Newport game.
Well, I'm the same as you. I'm really excited for that game. It's been a long time. Well, it's been 5 years, hasn't it? We played them in the FA Cup, but we still owe them one for 2013. So it'd be nice to do them over. I'm going to go. I think it'll be a tight one. They've really picked up recently, so I'm going to go for 2-1 to us.
2-1. I would take that. I would take any win, to be honest.
It's quite a popular prediction, that is.
It is. And what about the Swindon one, Tommy?
Yeah, 2-1. No, I'm only joking. Do you know what I found recently when I asked people before matches and stuff? Everyone says 2-1, don't they? Everyone goes for 2-1. But no, I'm not going to go for that for Swindon. I think we might drop a couple of points at Swindon. I think maybe we'll be forced to settle for a 1-1 draw, but I don't think that'll be a bad result at all, really.
No, not 5-5, 6-6. No, you don't fancy that away.
No, not away. It's only at home we have ridiculous scorelines, mate.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true. Yeah, but yeah. I would take that because Swindon, they're very leaky at the back, although they know where the goal is as well. So, 1-1 isn't the worst score I think we could get away on Boxing Day. So I'll take that. Tommy, thank you so much for joining us. As always, it is a pleasure talking to you. And, I wish we could talk for another hour, but yeah, we have a lot more guests. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you both so much. And, keep up the good work. And, yeah, I'd say a bit of advice maybe to keep you going through all these guests. Get a bit of eggnog down you.
Yeah. Yes, I love it. Yes, definitely. Merry Christmas, Tommy, and we'll speak to you again soon.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe page, I think. Yeah.
What for?
I think I'm going to start a GoFundMe page to get Tommy some better broadband and Wi-Fi. I think anyone out there, any of his friends and family, I think he'd be quite eager for some new broadband and Wi-Fi for Christmas.
It just might be where he lives. It might just not be.
It is, of course it is. I'm only joking.
So, next guest.
Yes.
You mention them every week when we're doing our episodes.
I do.
And rather than you fumbling through the details of Dragon Chat,
rude.
Why don't we get the man on himself?
The man on himself.
The man on himself.
The man himself on, maybe.
I keep getting my words mixed up. Yes.
Yes. So we'd like to welcome to the show Steve Lloyd from Dragon Chat. How are you doing, Steve?
I'm very well, thank you. Hope you're both well.
Yes, we are. It's Christmas. Love it.
It's hectic, but yeah, we're all right.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We are good.
So for anybody who is brand new to the podcast, do you want to explain to everybody what Dragon Chat is, Steve, and what you actually do?
Yeah, so Dragon Chat is a men's peer support group as it is at the moment. So we run every Thursday evening from 7 o'clock till 8:30 UK time. We do get some people coming along from other places, so obviously check your clocks if you do wish to come along. It's a supportive place which allows men to talk about their mental health and footy, is how we say as well. I think it's important that we all have a safe place to talk about what's going on for ourselves, especially when it's coming to this time of year as well. With Christmas, it can be difficult. It kind of evokes lots of sort of feelings and emotions, doesn't it? This time of year, with having, if we've lost somebody and that side of things, it can be really, really difficult and a lonely time of year. So that's part of Dragon Chat as well. But the other side of it is that it's a really good place to connect with other Wrexham supporters and other mad Wrexham supporters, I should say, who and when I say mad, it's more in the terms of we just love the place and love the club and just can't wait to get out there and see us play every week and whenever we possibly can.
So before, obviously we do mention Dragon Chat on our podcast every week, and we've started to mention, 'cause you do something on home game days, don't you, where you get together in the miners' rescue. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Because I'm not sure whether there's many people who actually know about that.
No, it's something we started sort of the back end of last season, but we've been doing it pretty much all of this season. So it's just more of a sort of a social get together. It isn't really a Dragon Chat session as such, but obviously the opportunity is there for anybody to talk that wishes to talk about anything they want to talk about. But essentially, it's about people connecting, meeting together, meeting in person as well, because obviously Dragon Chat's an online forum on the Zoom. So it's been a good place to kind of meet in person. We get people coming along. It's been really good, and we have those sort of. It's nice to meet in person and have those conversations, because sometimes conversations in person are a lot easier to do, and it's easier to give some sort of guidance or help or little bits of information as we're going along. So yeah, so we meet from probably about 1 o'clock, I would say, that we're there before the game, and it'll be this coming Saturday before we play Newport. We'll be having a quiz at 12:30ish before the game. So if anybody wants to come along, please pop along to it. It'll just be a bit of a fun quiz, but a chance again to connect with fellow Wrexham supporters. The cafe's there, which is fantastic. Serves some great food in there, and there's soft drinks available as well. Because part of why we like to meet in the miners as well is that as such there's no alcohol served there. And we know that there's a real kind of, correlation really between mental health and alcohol issues. So that's part of the reason why we go there, because it's a nice, safe place for plenty of people, and it doesn't exclude anyone from coming. And even we say, even encourage ladies to come along to that. Because you may have seen, I tweeted out not so long ago as regarding setting a ladies group up. So we're looking to start that in the new year, which I think will be fantastic. We've got some fantastic people and some fantastic offers and supporters regarding that. So I can't wait to see that start up, and excited to see how that can support Wrexham supporters as well.
We obviously, you mentioned how difficult Christmas can be for a lot of people, Steve. Which is very true. It's a really happy time. It's lots of celebrations, but for a lot of people, it really isn't that. So this is fantastic. But talking about that, are you doing anything sort of like slightly different over the Christmas period for people?
Yeah, well, we'll be still on the Thursdays, because the way in which Christmas is this year and the New Year, we can still do the Thursdays easy enough. There's no matches or anything like that. But what we're going to do is have a session at 5 o'clock on the Christmas evening as well, just in case anybody who has found it difficult over Christmas. There'll be a place there for people to just come along and have a chat if they want to have a chat with, just to connect with other people. It's only going to be for an hour or so, but if anybody wants to pop along to that, they'd be more than welcome to, because we know just how stressful and difficult Christmas can be for many, many, many reasons as well, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's something that, more than happy to do. And everybody, if you want to pop along, please feel free. Anybody pop along and come and say hello to us. More than welcome to.
I think you saying that it's only for an hour, but that 1 hour on Christmas Day could mean the difference between somebody's mental health being
in the gutter
compared, that hour may lift somebody up more than you'll ever know. So I think it's it's such an important thing, and Dragon Chat as a whole is, and I think it's great the fact that you now you're going to be doing one for women as well. I think the whole thing with mental health is just a massive important thing that people need to be.
If anybody wants to get on the call for Dragon Chat, it's on a Thursday. It's at 7 o'clock. All the details for the call are down in the description if you're watching on YouTube. And please do remember the Christmas Day sort of call that Steve's doing at 5 p.m. For an hour, which could be crucial to somebody. Steve, thank you very much for coming on. I just need, as we've asked everyone who's been on today, I need 2 score predictions from you. One for the Newport game and one for the Swindon Town game. What are you thinking?
Newport, I think we will win, but I don't think it'll be easy as what we hope. But hopefully the new cop will be open as well, and they'll be able to roar us there. But I think 2-0 for that one. Swindon, I have absolutely no idea with, really, because they are one of those sides who defensively can be awful on their day, but on the other side of the coin can be fantastic going forward on their day. I can't see it being another 5-5, can I? No, surely not. I wouldn't be surprised if we do win down there. I'm going to go for 3-2 just to make it interesting. But I think we'd all settle for a boring 1-0, wouldn't we?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Steve, thank you so much for coming on. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas, everybody in the family, and Merry Christmas to all me, the wife, and Wrexham AFC listeners. You've been fantastic, and thank you for your continued support.
Oh, thanks, Steve. I love Steve.
He's one of the good guys, isn't
He is. He's great, Steve. It really is. Really is. Right. You know what time it is?
Quiz time.
It is. But it's not just quiz time.
Yeah.
It's Christmas quiz time. Now, you've got, you always have somebody up against you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I was going to ask Mark Griffiths to actually be the person up against you. I couldn't ask Mark, and do you know why? I stole most of the questions from the Wrexham Anorak, and Mark writes that. So I think he would have known most of the answers, to be honest. Do you want a little clue who you're up against? Because it's a surprise.
Go on.
So on Christmas Day...
Santa?
No, it's not Santa. No. On Christmas Day, after you've had your food, what do families do together?
Play a game.
Play a game, don't they? So families play a game, and people in the family are trying to beat each other, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to see? Do you want to see who it is? Yeah. Yeah. You excited? Let's just turn this around so you can see who it is. Are you there, guest?
Merry Christmas!
Do you know what I knew was going to be you? Hello?
Would you like to explain to everyone who this is?
Well, this is my very lovely big brother, Dave.
Bit of sibling rivalry for the Christmas quiz. I thought this would be perfect.
You kept that one quiet.
I only asked him yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Right. So for everybody who is aware, this is 2 lies, 1 truth.
Yeah.
2 lies, 1 truth. Five sections. I will read out 3 things in each section.
Yeah.
2 of them are lies. 1 of them is the truth. You've just got to tell me which one the truth is.
Okay.
Are you both ready?
Yeah. Bring it on, bro.
Yeah. Right. Number 1.
Okay. You asking me first then, Dave?
I am indeed, yes.
Okay.
Number 1.
Okay.
A. The last time a Wrexham player scored a hat-trick on Boxing Day was 1901. B. The team we have played most often on Boxing Day is Rochdale. Or C. Our biggest Boxing Day attendance was 17,597 against Mansfield in 1947.
I'm going to go with the Rochdale one.
B.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave?
I'm going to go with A.
You're going to go with A. Sean's taking an early lead. It's 1-0. It's 1-0 to Sean. Still time, Dave. Don't worry. Number 2.
Yeah.
A. The New Year's Day game against Stoke in 1956 has had to be abandoned at half-time due to floodlight failure.
Failure.
Sound like I've been drinking. Should be a long podcast, this one. B. Our 2020 Boxing Day game with Solihull Moors was postponed due to COVID. Or C. The last time we played on New Year's Day was a 2-0 away win at Chorley.
I'm going to go with B again.
B, COVID.
The COVID one,
okay,
yeah.
Dave?
Oh, I'm going to go with A again.
You're going to go with A again. You're both wrong. It's C. So the New Year's Day game against Stoke, I made that up. The 2020 Boxing Day, it wasn't. It was 2021. Sorry, I don't know, I'm all over the place. It was the last time we played on actual New Year's Day was a 2-0 away win at Chorley.
Okay.
Okay. Number 3. A. Starting on the 23rd of December, we will play 5 games in 15 days. B. Rockin' Robin was axed just after Christmas 2006 to be replaced by Rex the Dragon.
Missed that bird.
Or C. Ollie Palmer scored on Boxing Day last year.
C.
C?
Yeah.
Dave?
I mean, I think the answer's C, but I really want it to be B, so I'm going with B.
Okay. Should have stuck with C, Dave. It is C. It is C, yes.
Yes. 2-0.
Okay. A. In our history, we have played 20 Football League games on Christmas Day. B. Wrexham have never lost a Christmas Day game. Or C. Wrexham have never actually played a Christmas Day game.
I'm going to go with never played a Christmas Day game.
C?
Yeah.
Dave?
I think we did used to play on Christmas Day and then it got moved to Boxing Day. So it's A or B, and I'm going to go with I'm going to go with A.
Yes! You knew it was going to pay off at some point. Now, 2-1. That makes this question all the more important, doesn't it? So the last question. A. The last Wrexham player to be booked on Boxing Day was Sean Pearson.
Okay.
10 years ago, B, sorry,
Yeah.
10 years ago, an 8-foot snowman led the teams out at the racecourse on Boxing Day.
Okay.
Or C, we haven't lost the game between Boxing Day and New Year's for 15 years.
I'm going to go with the Sean Pearson one.
The Sean Pearson one?
Yeah.
Dave?
Well, I've got to go for something different to try and equalise, haven't I? I don't think it's the snowman, so I'm going to go C.
C, Sean, you are correct.
Yes, I won!
How does it feel beating your brother? Is it the first time you've ever done that?
Probably, yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm guessing so.
Dave, we've asked everyone. You're the last guest on. 2 predictions from you. One for the Newport game first. What do you think the score's going to be?
I watched that the other day, actually. I think it'll be quite tight. I'll go 2-1 Wrexham.
2-1 Wrexham. And what about the Swindon game on Boxing Day?
3-3 draw.
3-3. Why not? Why not? Be less than it was last time, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Dave, thank you so much for coming on, mate.
Cheers, bro.
All right. Thank you for inviting me.
I really enjoyed that. It was really good, wasn't it?
Yep.
It was really
and
good.
I beat him, so yeah.
Yeah. And thank you so much to all of you for tuning in to this Christmas special. And thank you for tuning in and watching and listening all year. Without you, we couldn't really do this. So it's all down to you. And thank you very much. Remember, our next episode is December the 28th. And have a really good Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.